Why will anyone buy a home not near a school and where the neighbors aren't even bidding? What if I told you that's exactly why the smart money is watching Springleaf Residences? Yes, it's quiet now, but with the MRT at your doorstep and the major transformation plan in motion, the wait might just be a window of your opportunity. So how long before this hidden gem becomes the next sought-out district? Let's talk about the pain and the potential.
And I've been waiting in the shadow of the sun, seizing time and know what's been before. Close the curtains, what you waiting for? And I've been keeping secrets till I'm in the ground.
Hi, welcome to Laven episode. Today, I will be sharing with you this beautiful project called Springleaf Residences. In this video, I will be sharing with you why Springleaf could be the next Punggol or Lentor. As everyone has actually seen my recent video from this particular project called Novel Place, where I have described Tengah like a future Punggol. That's why I'm going to create this video to share with everyone why Springleaf could be the next Punggol or Lentor. So let this project explain. In this video, I will be sharing with you these 5 important points. The first one is whether is it still smart to buy without a nearby school? Secondly, what is really happening next door? Understanding why there is no bidding yet, service apartments, market pacing, and upgraded support. Third, how soon will the area transform? URA plans, MRT impact, upcoming MOP supply, and the timeline of growth. Fourth, entry price versus future potential, comparing current pricing with nearby resale and future launches. Last but not least, developer vision and long-term positioning, whether this shall make another Lentor or Punggol in future. So, you might have 3 questions in mind now when you think about Springleaf Residence. The first one that many people might have feedback, whether is it a smart buy with no schools nearby? The second will be next door, no bidding, which belongs to Parcel A. Third, we also have how soon will the area transform, because knowing that the location itself is a new township, so it will take some time to actually transform, and whether is it safe for you to exit in future. Let's check out my point of view now. So the first question shall be, no nearby schools, is that a deal breaker? So I understand that for buyers who have kids who are entering primary school soon, it is very important to have school nearby, because you may need the schools nearby for your traveling as well as a stable long-term education. If you guys are actually looking for a school nearby, I can tell you that right now Springleaf don't have any school. So that could be another thing that you may need to consider whether you want to have it for your long term. Of course, there are people like investors, singles, or family with older children. Then I feel that school might not be the critical. The question only lies whether you want to have a school that serves you for 6 to 7 years, or you want an MRT connectivity and transformation that can serve for decades. So based on my analysis, I actually found out these 2 important comparisons between 2 kilometers MRT plus 1 kilometer to school and 0.2 kilometer MRT to add more than 2 kilometers to primary school, and the price gap in between both for the past 10 to 20 years. So based on a comparison, the price gap between both only shares about 15% in between, and that means to say that the price gap is very minimal. But at the end of the day, it really depends on what you really want. If you want a project that has school nearby, then by all means go ahead, because in Singapore there are other projects that are near school. But for those who do not actually prioritize school as the first priority and may be wondering whether is it really safe to actually enter, I will share with you at the later slide. At the end of the day, I want you all feel comfortable and safe, because this is actually a long-term investment, not only for you. So let's check out these 3 important questions that if you are still thinking of whether is it a priority to you. What drive values more, a 6-year school window or 20 years of seamless MRT access? Second questions, which one gives you assurance for the next 20 years? If you could choose only one, being near a school or next to an MRT, which one gives you assurance for the next 20 years? Next one, would you invest based on a short-term school appeal or long-term transport convenience? Everyone benefits from. So if your child's entry year is beyond 2028 and you are planning long-term capital growth, what matters most to me, from my point of view, is actually the MRT connectivity, rental demand, and future transformation. The next part is actually we are talking about the very common questions that people might be wondering. Why is the neighbors not bidding at all? So that project actually includes service apartment, and developers are actually pacing their consideration because they also need to meet the certain affordability and supply objective. And I also feel that it's also linked to broader government planning, ensuring midterm housing options are available, especially for MOP upgraders and transitional renters. So let's look at this particular parcel A. They could be at 640 residential units, including 100 long-stay service apartments. So my point of view, whether is it a good sign or not, to me, I feel that it's not that people are inspiring, but it's just that developers are still holding back because they are meeting the government requirement for mid-term rental housing, especially for future MOP upgraders. For example, like 8 years old MOP that could be achieved in 2029. So in the bigger picture, right, government might be actually balancing the market with supply for future rental demand. And this isn't a field launch, it's a calculated ecosystem move. So why is government putting service apartment at Upper Thomson? So the question you might ask yourself, why is this actually no one bidding? And why government want to put service apartment there? And that actually doesn't fit any purpose. It doesn't really attract people want to buy for that particular land for the next development. So actually I came up with two possible options. One is the demand and supply for current nearby property and the upcoming MOP flats at EC. Based on the research which I found out the purpose of having the service apartment, our Minister for National Development and Minister in charge of Social Services Education, Mr. Desmond Lee, he actually highlighted that he wanted to come out with these two important sites, which is Upper Thomson and Zion Road, and he wanted to allow the government to better judge the market demand before studying whether the long-stay service apartment can be implemented. So the key purpose why he want to have this service apartment is for the long-term better rental demand from Singaporeans waiting to collect the keys to their new homes or for their renovation to be completed. And also, they purposely choose this service apartment near the existing MRT at station because it will actually provide easy access to the city center. And the main key objective of this is to actually to have a smooth, healthy rental supply in the particular area. So I actually wonder why did he actually feel that there could be a more rental demand from Singaporeans for that area, and that's why they put the service apartment there. So the next questions will be whether the area will transform. That is why I want to explain to you how this government has the outlook that will be people coming to look around this Springleaf. And let me share with you a few points that address your question. So based on this MRT rail transport network, our current project is actually at Springleaf over here, and that actually commutes to very easy transportation to any places including CBD area as well as Marina Bay Sands, and that takes about 30 to 40 minutes away. But what I want to highlight over here is along this MRT line, you will see that it actually linked to the upcoming Cross Island line as well. They will be built by 2030. And also the Circle Line and other blue different colors throughout. So that actually means that the government is predicting that there will be upcoming people looking at this central area, and they will actually going further away if there is lack of supply in this central. And as a result, that's why they come up with service apartments that are usually at the CBD area, but they actually put it as Springleaf here to allow more upcoming MOP upgraders nearby, as well as the international aspects to rent for the short term. So for your information, our Springleaf TOP will be in 2029. So why am I sharing with you this? Because I find that this is very important, especially when you're looking to exit in future. So the government actually spent 7.47 million integrated corridor from Admiralty Road West all the way to Lentor Avenue, and it shall be targeted to open in 2027. As for the remaining road tunnels from Lentor Avenue to East Coast Parkway in 2029. This shall serve a very good move for you to consider when you want to exit your property in 2029. So here is the examples of how it looks like when you actually looking to consider future transformation near your property. So Springleaf is a 2 days quiet tomorrow hotspot, evoking macro transformation and future upsides like Punggol and Lentor. If you look at this master plan from 2003 to 2019, you will see that the current master plan has been changing a lot, from a yellow colors to orange color representing residential. So that actually serves the purpose of it. Why this could be the future Lentor of Punggol? Because today you won't see any much yet, like very quiet, but you will see a lot of things coming out in the next 3-4 years. But then you ask yourself whether is it a good safe move to actually enter the prices where nothing come out yet, or you want to enter the price and slightly at a high price. So you can decide which one is more safer for you. So here is the master plan of the Springleaf Residence. Our parcel A is over here that has hasn't been built yet. So what you could see that it is surrounded by all the nature. For those who want to buy a homestay near nature, I think this Springleaf is something interesting. In fact, it is actually near more than 10 parks within 30 minutes walk. I choose Punggol because I feel that it is the same as Springleaf. It used to be a new township and now it is like a tech hub. In fact, if you look at the master plan from 2003 to 2019, you will notice that the initial legend from residential has been converted to business. And because there is business legend over here, that means to say that there is more business opportunities. When there is business opportunities out there, there will be more demands of people looking around to rent or stay over here. And that's why they converted the 3 educational hub to residential. So what does this actually mean to you? If today you are buying a Springleaf area and there is new township, what do you think your future residential could be for the next few years? Looking at the upcoming increasing manpower supply as well as the increasing GST. So how much will the land price be in the next few years if more business opportunities or commercials are catered to that particular URA master plan? So at Punggol, I specifically choose these 3 projects because they are situated side by side, and I want to address this particular importance of different developers in the same area. How does this actually lead to fragmented outcome, especially if you are buying a project that is in the new township where nothing is coming out yet? So let me share with you this particular 3 projects. And why am I choosing these 3 particular projects? Because they are like Springleaf, they don't have anything yet, and they also near MRT, and there are no school yet nearby. Based on these 3 projects, Hyde Park Residence actually has the highest increase in the price gain. And why is that so? Let's find out more. So if you look at the whole overall price strategies, right, you can see that the prices over here, especially for river trees, the land bid price was higher and therefore they sell at higher price. However, Hyde Park Residence developers have actually purchased at a lower land bid price, and that actually increases a lot of people looking around that particular project because it's selling lower than the river trees residence. Hyde Park Residence actually has the highest percentage in terms of the price gain. So since 2014, the prices for land bid price and the prices for the transactions are very different because they are all from different developers. So different developers have different mindset, different developers have different strategies. However, let's look at another example that comes with the similar or few aligned developer in the same area that contributed to integrated outcome. So these are the examples at Lentor, which I personally have actually experienced the high spike in demand from people who are looking around this Lentor. The green color ones are the Coco Land, and the other 3 are from different developers. So I would like to introduce our Coco Land CEO, Xin Yao Chen. He is very inspiring to me because I saw his quote. I was so amazed by it. What he quoted is to connect and help everybody get better, because his philosophy is when the neighborhood gets uplifted, our property value also gets uplifted. So that is his concept, and that keywords called uplift the neighborhood is very impactful to me, because it makes me feel that whichever project that is in the new township, he's willing to take the challenges and help Singapore government to build this area like a developed area, and he wants to help more people to uplift the neighborhood. Coco Land is known for price control and long-term value. He protects the value, and he also always have his own niche landed style project with its own audience. So let's find out more about his vision and concept and how this actually relates to the impact in the Springleaf projects. Moving forward, what is his vision and purpose element? First of all, his vision is to transform premier real estate development, and these premier developments could actually be the premium pricing for curated low-density estates. And sustainable and thriving commodities are those that can be steady value holding pricing and yet not undercutting for fast selling. And his purpose is to create possibilities for people and communities to thrive. So with the higher investment in design, community features and livability, I must say I have visited Springleaf project itself. The model itself has very unique amenities that I will never forget, and I will share with you in the next episode. Let's look at this back to this vision, which is a brand aligned premium product, which he specifically choose this kind of project to have a good maintenance on the price as well as a selective release for the particular area facing as well. And his aim is to protect value. So these are the examples of Coco Land property itself, and they have the pricing based on what they share. They are very good at holding the price, and this kind of prices shows that they didn't really increase much or didn't even drop the price much. But having said that, right, you won't expect any special discount from developer because the developer pricing strategy from Coco Land is very stable and steady. If you
have the chance to enter as a VVIP options during the booking day, I would say you are very well protected for this kind of pricing. But I'm not sure how much is the price could be, but right now we already know how much they are going to looking to sell starting from, and I will say that the pricing are very attractive, which I will share with you at a later stage. So here are the different prices from different developers, and you can see that the 4 colors in green actually belongs to Google Land, and you could see that the prices are actually increasingly steadily and smoothly, as even though the land prices are bidded differently, having the same or a few aligned developers in the same area are very important because it can create integrated outcome. So if you look at the prices transacted from different developers, you could see the prices are very well stable. Buyers who bought the project within the same area are most likely well protected by its value. And also I want to highlight is the Lentor collection availability. Right now we have only less than 0.03% of the available units, and you could see that all these 6 projects right in the same Lentor area has fetched a very high demand from people looking around there. So the question is, where are they coming from? So why am I sharing with you this particular map? Because I feel that Lentor collection is relatable to Springleaf because it is just one of few stops away from Lentor. And in fact, right, because of the huge demand from people looking for Lentor, there could be higher chance of people may look out at Springleaf because they are just side by side. And why am I sharing with you this particular area? Because I want to share with you how near this is, about 8 minutes drive away from Lentor to Springleaf. So here are the buyers who are buying Lentor, and they are mainly from District 19, 20, 25 and 27. This is very important to us because especially for those who are looking at Springleaf or Lentor, you may be wondering who are the buyers from? Who are our future buyers? How does this contribute to the high demand in Springleaf and Lentor? And that's why government is looking to actually put in the service apartment. Where are the upgraders? So let's check out more. So if you look at this geographical advantage done by our company, you will see that these 4 particular geographical locations are quite near to Lentor. Out of these 4, right, I feel that demand and supply are very important. If there are no supply in that particular area, people will start to look at somewhere near in the central, and that actually contributes why buyers are looking to upgrade to Central North due to better geographical location. To add on, to find out who are the HTP upgraders, here is the statistics by our Portnet, who actually given a chart that in 2027 and 2028 there will be a spike in number of MOP flats ready in these 2 years. And how does this actually contribute to an impact to your exit strategy for Springleaf projects? Because of how important MOP upgraders are to you, I actually went out to research to find out all the numbers from those HTP MOPs as well as EC MOPs from these 4 particular districts, because these particular districts are your niche importance target audience that could be looking at the particular area as Springleaf. So if you look at the whole timeline, I actually come up with this possible timeline next time when you want to exit. In 2029, you will notice that there are about 7,000 MOP, HTP and EC. And moving forward in 2030 is about 3,000, 2031 is about 5,000, 2032 will be about 9,000, 2033 will be about almost 14,000. And lastly, 2034 is about 12,000. So why am I actually putting the number after 2029, even TOP? Because I want to share with you something very important that could also give you another better understanding whether you want to hold this property for the better value. So this is the statistics by sub-sale seller who is selling after 4 years, and they enjoyed a profit of about 22%. So the good thing about this is due to the recent cooling measure by our government, the seller stamp duty will only last for 4 years. So after 4 years, it's just now will be 2029. So people who might be looking to start to sell after 3 years or 4 years, and you look at the number of the people who are looking to sell, these are the percentage of sub-sale seller who are selling, and they have already gained about 20+%. This is a very good numbers. And how does this actually impact to you if you are looking to enter Springleaf Residence? So the preview will be launching from 1st August and the public booking is 16 August. If you want to find out more whether you are a VVIP for this project, you can always contact me so that I will share with you whether you can enjoy further exclusive discount. Most importantly, I want to share with you is for those who are staying in HDB looking to upgrade, wanting to find out more about the timeline, how it works to actually avoid paying ABSD, you can always reach me at this contact, because a lot of people are looking at new launches managers tend to wait before deciding the timeline. But I want to highlight is that not many people of the HTP operators are able to achieve it. So I feel that it's very important to know how this progression works so that you will feel safe. And I also want you to feel comfortable throughout the process. Whether you want to upgrade or you want to plan first, feel free to reach me out. And I will be here assisting you which project will be the right choice for you based on your needs and wants. Thank you.